Cole Eisman, and my essay project was over Ray Lewis's book, I Feel Like Going On. Ray Lewis's life had a lot of situations he had to overcome through hard working and leadership. May 15, 1975, Ray Lewis was born to Elbert Ray Jackson and son Zara Jackson. And maybe wondering why his last name's Lewis, since both their last names aren't Lewis. The story is his mother wanted to honor the man at the hospital that paid for his hospital bills, and so she let him sign the papers for the last name. So Ray even honors him today with that last name. Ray had no father because he left him at a very young age. So Ray had to cook, clean, and help with the little kids around the house. His 5 brothers and sisters, born from all different fathers. And so while his mother was working 3 jobs, and that just showed him how hardworking, how to work hard. And so Ray started football at an older age, not a super young age, like when he could start playing tackle football, but he started in older elementary ages. And so Ray started, and his mom didn't let him start young because she didn't have time and money for injuries and stuff. So a coach paid for Ray to play for his team when he was little, and then Ray continued through high school, college, and the NFL. So Ray started wrestling in high school, and he liked it at first, and then soon it became a passion where he was chasing his demons because Ray's coach gave him a yearbook with all of his dad's records in it, and he wanted to knock his dad's records down so he could just get him out of his life. And so, so eventually Ray, his senior year, won a state championship at 189 pounds in Florida, and that's a picture of him here. So Ray went to the University of Miami on a scholarship for football. He played linebacker and eventually brought them to being the #1 defense of the league. So that's the difference he made on their team. So Ray was drafted to the Baltimore Ravens, although they were not the Baltimore Ravens at first because the Colts had just made the switch from Baltimore to Indianapolis. So he was just drafted to Baltimore. But eventually they had their logo and mascot done. And later on through Ray's career, Ray had an injury where he tore his right tricep completely off the bone. It could have been a career-ending injury, but Ray overcame that with hard work and stuff. So that's what. So he eventually came back in the league, but he was never the same. But yet he still won a Super Bowl a year later. But and he was MVP for that Super Bowl. So after the 2000 Super Bowl, his first Super Bowl, Ray was arrested for a murder, a double homicide, at a nightclub, and all the evidence was pinned on Ray, although he had 5 friends with him, and there were just a lot of misconceptions. That's why I had to write a whole nother paper about it, and y'all can read that if you have any questions. You could ask at the end, and I'll explain. And Ray is a good father today because he didn't have a father. Ray has 7 kids under one roof, but not from the same. He never married, and they're not all from the same girl. So that's kind of dumb, but you get it. He's a better father today, and he never left them at all. And so yeah. So my one takeaway from this book is that hard work and faith can overcome anything. Questions?
Do you think there's any real reason why people were so generous to his family and when he was younger, football?
I think